Thank you very much. Thank you. Please. Thank you. Today, we're going to talk about the coronavirus. Because today is a kind of special day for me. Today, without the virus, I would have gone to Austria for a 1-week skiing holiday, something which is of course not possible today. But the interesting thing is, only 10 days ago, I still very much thought that the skiing trip was possible. But of course, since then, not only was the region of Austria I planned to go to declared a corona red zone, of course also I myself became confined to my apartment because of the lockdown in France. And it is staggering that all of this happened within the span of essentially 8 days. Which now begs the question, can this happen also to you in your country, in case it hasn't already happened? And the best way of making any predictions like this is looking at the data. So what you can see here on this plot is the number of newly confirmed infections with COVID-19 per day, that is per 24-hour period. And as you can see, this is the initial outbreak in China and then the subsequent fall off in infection numbers because of the rigorous measures the Chinese government adopted. Let's put Europe on this graph, Italy, Germany and France and Switzerland, which are the countries most relevant for myself, and also the US. As you can see, all of these numbers are continuously rising. And very interestingly, if you look at the curve for China, you can see the numbers are starting to rise again over there, which is most likely due to people bringing the coronavirus back into China after it has been nearly eradicated there. How do these numbers affect the total population? In this graph, you see the number of infections per 1,000 inhabitants of this country. As you can see, Italy is leading this plot, but Switzerland, due to its small size but many infections, is a close follow on this. Please also notice that this plot is on a logarithmic scale, so every linear behavior here indicates an exponential rise in numbers. So this is frightening. Just yesterday, we also passed another milestone. In fact, yesterday evening, Italy surpassed China in the number of people who have died from the new coronavirus. This is bad, especially if you look at this plot, which shows you the number of deaths per day, where you can see that Italy arrived at this number much quicker than China did. And as you can see also, Italy's numbers do not yet drop off. They continue to rise, so the situation is expected to get worse. And this is also true for other countries like France and the US. Of course, as you are probably very well aware of, the situation in Italy is really bad. They don't have enough healthcare workers, they don't even have enough capacity to burn the bodies of those who died of the new coronavirus. So can a situation like this happen in other countries? Is it realistic that this happens in other countries as well? And one way to look at this is with this plot. Here, the number of days since the 200th confirmed case of the new coronavirus were detected in this country is shown against the number of total infections. This curve shows the situation for Italy. Let's overlay this curve with France, Germany and the US, and you will see those three countries follow the curve of Italy more or less exactly. If we put Switzerland on there as well, the numbers are slightly lower, but this might just be due to the fact that Switzerland has considerably less inhabitants than the other countries. And even if we put China on there, you will see that the gradient for China was quicker, but that might also be due to the fact that they covered up the whole infection in the beginning. So if we shift the curve of China by just 2 days, we also get a perfect match with the other curves. So what is happening in Italy right now is happening to all the other countries. Looking at Italy right now will tell you what your country is going to look like in a couple of days. And this is frightening. This is serious. So please, stay the fuck at home.